The movie begins off with Finnist, the super strong dude, and his apprentice, Andy. They're out in the forest trying to catch this massive wild boar that's been trashing everyone's crops. The villagers are totally fed up with it. Finnist isn't scared at all. He's got this big ego, telling Andy, "Everyone thinks I'm a hero. If I don't catch this pig, what's left of my reputation?" So he grabs his weapon and charges, but the boar doesn't even flinch. Andy tries to help, but his weapon gets stuck in the boar's nose, waking it up for real. The boar gets super mad and charges Andy, but Finnist steps in to block it. He tries with all his might, but he can't stop this beast. With just a little push, the boar tosses Finnist into the air, and he ends up landing right on top of it. Andy throws Finnist a rope to control the boar. The moment Finnist grabs the rope, the boar flies into the air. Finnist ties the rope around its wings and horns, totally taming it, and starts flying it around like a kite. Soon enough, he's flying it straight into the village. When the villagers see Finnist controlling this massive creature, they all start cheering his name like crazy. Among the crowd is this sorceress named Baba Yaga. She tells Finnist, "If you're so powerful, prove it." She points to a huge rock blocking water from her house and challenges him to move it. Finnist, all proud, says, "I've faced way bigger problems than this tiny challenge," and starts bragging about his past heroic deeds. Baba Yaga just shakes her head. "I won't believe it unless I see it with my own eyes." Everyone laughs. Finnist gets seriously ticked off and storms home. He's mad at Baba Yaga because now people are mocking him instead of praising him. He wants to prove his strength again, big time. Andy suggests a way. "See that tower? People say a monster trapped a super beautiful princess there. If you kill the monster and free her, your name will echo across the whole world." Finnist decides right then and there he's fighting that monster. That night, Finnist and Andy head to the tower. When they get there, they find other warriors already trying to take down the monster. But these guys aren't there for fame. They want to save the princess and marry her. They ask Finnist, "If we beat the monster together, who gets the princess?" Finnist is like, "I don't want the princess. I'm just here to make a name for myself." He pulls Andy aside and tells him he wants to kill the monster alone and won't wait till morning. With that, he slips into the tower through a window. Inside, Finnist finds the beautiful princess. She asks him, "Are you here to die too?" Finnist replies, "I'm here to save you." The girl runs further inside. Finnist grabs her hand to stop her, but she pulls away and hides behind a pillar. Suddenly, a snake attacks Finnist from behind. As he fights it, Finnist realizes this isn't just any snake. It's the tail of the very monster he came to fight. He attacks the monster a bunch of times, but nothing works. So Finnist grabs the monster's tail, which is its snake-like mouth, and tries to rip it open with all his might. But as soon as he forces its mouth open, the snake spits something in Finnist's eyes. And just like that, Finnist can't see anymore. He's blind. Even blind, Finnist doesn't give up. He feels around with his foot, finds his weapon, and attacks the monster again. But the monster just vanishes. Finnist keeps attacking blindly until the tower starts to crumble. The noise wakes up all the other warriors. They rush to the falling debris. They don't see the princess or the monster, just Finnist, buried under the rubble, slowly getting up. When Andy finds out Finnist lost his sight, he takes him home. Finnist is super angry after losing his sight. He becomes moody and irritable. Andy can't stand to see him like this. He goes to Baba Yaga for help, telling her everything that happened to Finnist. But Baba Yaga outright refuses to help, saying Finnist didn't help her when she was in trouble. When Finnist hears this, he gets really sad. Time passes. Andy even stops visiting Finnist. Finnist struggles to do everything on his own. He goes out to buy food, but kids steal his fruit. His money starts running out. One day, Andy visits Finnist's house, and Finnist, angry, tells him he has no work for him, so Andy should just find something else to do. Andy leaves. As more time passes, Finnist runs out of all his money. He's forced to eat rotten fruit from the market. One day, he can't even find rotten fruit, so he just sits in the market with an empty basket. Baba Yaga happens to pass by, sees Finnist, and puts some food from her basket into his. Before they can even talk, some bandits attack the village. They start killing people. Finnist can't see, but he can hear clearly how people are dying and suffering. As the bandits approach him, he hears them and attacks. Even without seeing, just by sound, he fights 2 or 3 bandits at once. Another bandit throws a rope at Finnist, but Finnist catches it, pulls the bandit off his horse, and then gives him a good beating. However, some bandits attack him from behind, and he passes out. When he wakes up, he's on a ship, his neck and hands tied to a wooden beam. Baba Yaga and many villagers are on the ship too. Then we see Andy is also there, moving freely around the ship. Baba Yaga asks him, "How are you moving around freely?" He says he convinced the bandits he's on their side and will help them and keep an eye on the villagers for them. Andy also has a golden lamp he stole from the bandits. He says he'll sell it and make lots of money. As Andy rubs the lamp to clean it, a genie pops out. Everyone freaks out, even Andy. A bandit hears the commotion below and comes up, but the genie kills him and tosses him overboard. When the genie goes to Andy to ask for his wish, Andy just tells him, "Go back in the lamp," and the genie disappears. Another bandit comes down, puts a sword to Andy's throat, and takes the lamp back. Soon the ship reaches Arabia. All the villagers they brought are lined up to be sold as slaves. A masked man shows up and buys Finnist, Baba Yaga, and Andy. He takes them to his palace. When they arrive, everyone is amazed by the huge palace. Robots are working in this palace, even though it's a very old time. The masked man then removes his mask. He says, "Don't be surprised. I'm a scientist, and I made all these robots." He explains he's made many other machines to make human lives easier. Finnist tells him his story, how he was a powerful warrior, and how his life became hell after he went blind. The scientist says, "I've heard about you and Baba Yaga. This guy apparently buys slaves and then frees them. When it's time to eat, the scientist orders food from his robots. Everyone is super impressed, thinking it's magic, but the scientist says it's not magic or anything. I've been working on these for 500 years. When Baba Yaga hears this, she's shocked and asks, "How are you so young for 500 years? The scientist replies that he created a chemical that people can drink to stay young forever. Then he takes the three of them to show them his lab. There, Finnist asks, "How did you create this chemical, and can it bring my sight back?" The scientist says, "It won't do that, but I have something else." He puts Finnist in a pair of glasses, and suddenly, Finnist can see everything again. The scientist believes that with science, any miracle can be achieved, and that people who use magic harm the world. To destroy these harmful things, he built a machine. To prove his point, he pulls out the genie lamp he bought from the bandits. Baba Yaga says it could be dangerous, but the scientist doesn't listen. He rubs the lamp and the genie appears. He then turns on his machine, which sucks the genie inside. After that, he says, "See, my invention destroyed the genie." That same night, the scientist finds out there's a monster on a nearby mountain, harming innocent people. The scientist says he has to catch it. When Finnist hears that this monster has a lion-like face and a snake-like tail, he immediately realizes it's the same monster that blinded him. Finnist tells the scientist, "I'm coming with you. I need to get revenge on that monster." But the scientist doesn't want to put Finnist's life in danger. Finnist insists, "You helped me, so I'll help you too." After this, the scientist gives Finnist a gadget that, if placed near the monster, will trap it inside. That night, Baba Yaga sneaks into the scientist's lab. She wants to drink the chemical to stay young forever. But the scientist catches her and says, "If you guys manage to bring the monster back alive, I'll give you a bit of that chemical myself." The next day, as they all get ready to leave, the scientist shows them his spaceship, which can get them there very quickly. He teaches them how to fly it. Before they leave, the scientist says he wants the monster alive. The scientist also upgraded Finnist's weapon, adding a button that can do things a normal weapon can't. They get in the spaceship and start their journey, quickly reaching the mountain where the monster is. After searching for a long time, Finnist finally finds the monster's footprints leading into a cave. Finnist places the scientist machine outside the cave. Finnist knows he doesn't need to kill the monster, just capture it, so he calmly goes inside, provokes the monster with his weapon, and then comes back out. But then he bonks his head on a tree and passes out right there. The monster also comes out of the cave. Before the monster can harm Finnist, Baba Yaga quickly activates the machine. Many chains shoot out from inside the machine and drag the monster in. Then Baba Yaga presses the lever again and the machine closes. Soon after, Finnist regains consciousness and they all start their journey back. The journey is very long, so they stop halfway through the night to rest. At night, Finnist hears a girl's voice from a cage. He starts to open the cage. Baba Yaga tries to stop him, but he doesn't listen. When the cage opens, it's the same princess Finnist met in the tower. Baba Yaga realizes this means the princess is the monster. Baba Yaga warns that letting her out could be dangerous, but Finnist isn't listening at all because he's fallen for the princess. As Finnist reaches for the princess, Baba Yaga shoves him and closes the cage. The princess explains that she didn't grab his hand because she's under a curse. If any man touches her, she turns into a monster. The princess says she's not evil. She doesn't harm anyone unless they attack her first, so she doesn't cause harm to anyone. She lives alone in the mountains, but humans don't even let her live in peace here. Next, we see that the scientist stole a farmer's cat. The farmer begs him, saying the cat doesn't harm anyone and even provides some light at night. But the scientist doesn't listen to the farmer. He puts the cat under his machine, which drains magical powers from anything. This way, the machine drains the cat's magical power, and then the cat itself turns into a chemical, which the scientist puts in his safe. The scientist had already collected many such chemicals there. Meanwhile, the princess and Finnist start falling in love. Baba Yaga and Andy take them to the scientist's palace. When they reach the scientist's palace, they watch him from afar. They see the scientist draining all the magic from a magical bird and putting the resulting chemical into his robots. This means these robots are running on magic, not science. He's extracting all these chemicals from magical things. After this, Baba Yaga reaches him, furious. She tells him, "You're a liar. These robots aren't inventions. They're puppets powered by magic." And she says that means his long life is also due to magic. The magic the scientist acquired by killing innocent animals. Hearing this, the scientist gets angry and says, "Anyone who knows my truth doesn't survive." After that, Baba Yaga and Andy get scared and start running away. Baba Yaga frees Finnist and the princess because she knows the scientist will do the same to the princess. The princess says she knows the scientist, and he's been after her for a long time. Suddenly, the scientist arrives. He gathers all his robots so no one can escape, and then starts draining the princess's magic with his machine. Finnist tries to save her, but he's tied up. He can't save her, but he grabs the princess's hand so she'll turn into a monster. As soon as she transforms into a monster, the princess breaks her chains and escapes. Baba Yaga and Finnist seize the opportunity and escape too, but the scientist's men chase them. Baba Yaga uses her magic to escape, throwing watermelon seeds at them, which suddenly turn into huge watermelons. The scientist also brings out his giant turtle robot. He absolutely can't let Finnist and Baba Yaga go because they know his truth. Andy tries to tell the scientist they have enough magic, but the scientist ignores him. The robot crashes through the palace. Scientist and Andy chase Finnist and Baba Yaga, firing cannons. Finnist tells Baba Yaga, "You distract him, and I'll try to climb on top and flip him over." Because once this big turtle is flipped, it can't get back up. The moment the robot gets in front of Baba Yaga, the machine inside it starts draining her magic, making her look incredibly old. Finnist feels really bad for her, but while she's distracting the scientist, Finnist climbs on top of the turtle. When the scientist sees this, he extends the turtle's arms to throw Finnist off. Finnist doesn't fall, but his glasses drop. He's blind again. Baba Yaga, seeing this, starts helping Finnist, telling him how to fight and where to go. Just then, the princess, who's now a monster, arrives. The scientist gets scared when he sees her. Meanwhile, Finnist ties a chain around the turtle's neck and starts flipping it over. After that, all the magical chemical inside the turtle starts spilling out. The scientist tries to fly away with his magic wings, but his magic wings don't work, and he falls into the magical chemical and dies. Finnist also collapses, exhausted. The princess sees him lying there and starts crying, afraid something happened to him. She truly loves Finnist. As the princess's tears fall into Finnist's eyes, he suddenly wakes up, and at the same time his sight returns. Finnist declares his love for her and promises to stay with the princess forever. But the princess says she can't be with him because of her curse. Finnist gets sad and returns to his village with his remaining companions, but he's still lost in thoughts of the princess. Later, as Baba Yaga searches for a way to get young again, she also finds a way to break the princess's curse. She happily goes to Finnist and gives him this good news. She tells him that the curse was intentionally placed on the princess. It's not her fault at all. And now their next task will be to break the princess's curse, but that will probably be shown in the next part of the movie, which hasn't come out yet. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.